riding in your limousine with your fine Park Avenue clothes. You had the Dom Perignon in your hand and the spoon up your nose. Ooh, when you wake up in the morning with your head on fire and your eyes too bloody to see, go on and cry in your coffee, but don't come bitching to me. Because you had to be a big shot, didn't you? You had to open up your mouth. You had to be a big shot, didn't you? All your friends were so knocked out. You had to have the last word last night. You know what everything's about. You had to have a white hot spotlight. You had to be a big shot last night. Whoa. Big shot. And they were all impressed with your Halston dress and the people that you knew at Elaine's. And the story of your latest success, it kept them so entertained. Oh, but now you just don't remember all the things you said, and you're not sure that you wanna know. I give you one hit, honey, you sure did put on a show. Yes, yes, you had to be a big shot, did you? You had to prove it to the crowd. You had to be a big shot, did you? All your friends were so knocked out. You had to have the last word last night. So much fun to be around. You had to have the front page gold tight. You had to be a big shot last night. Oh, 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 oh. There's no big sin to stick it 2 cents in if you know when to leave it alone. But you went over the line, you couldn't see it was time to go home. No, 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 you had to be a big shot, big shot. You had to open up your mouth. You had to be a big shot, big shot. All your friends were so knocked out. You had to have the last word last night. So much fun to be around. You had to have the white hot spotlight. You had to be a big shot last night.
Alright, Sunday morning coffee talk. What are we doing over here? Hello, I really good to hear this morning after your day pizza. Adam Provorski with P92, okay? P92. Alright. Angel, I'm imagining you, okay? That's only imagine. My shoulder is hurt for you, Angel. What? Hola, hello. Pizza, and it's 1 million Lorenzo. That's 100%. All the legacy right now, okay? We're just doing a double legacy. Incredible. Look at me. You have no idea what it is. It's beautiful. All right. Take that legacy, man. I love it. New history here. New way of hello. I know. Bill Sue, I just want to take him into the old crowd. You hear me? Take him into the old crowd. A-L, you know what it is? Love this group. Little big thing, is that not playing today? Shut up. Don't do this. Coffee, ready to-
Big shot.
Now we're done with you. Gene Stapleton is our spotlight this morning at this. You know, I planned this show about over a month ago, probably, and I don't even remember who I have today, who is tomorrow. I don't know. I set them up so far in advance that I have no idea. Tomorrow's Carol O'Connor. Today is a little Gene Stapleton. We're not going crazy with all the information. It's basically coffee talk. Don't look for any perfection over here. I can't give it to you. You're in the wrong place if that's what you're looking for. Right? So for now, look at the bottom of the screen right there. We have welcome to the 4th consecutive coffee talk. Yes. Yeah. Welcome to the 4th consecutive coffee talk for 2026. Good. Sunday morning. Today is 1426. The coffee is done. It is not being brewed. The brew is over. So let's get rid of that coffee banner. Yes, let's get up here on the screen. Let's change these colors because I only like red. And here we are. Beautiful. We're back to it. Hello. Good morning. Donna's doing it. California dreaming. Donna's in California right now. So God bless you, Donna. Put that extension cord away, will you? You know, I can't comment on a lot of your stuff. A lot of people I'm subscribed to, I have a problem commenting on their shorts, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Come into the coffee shop. It's snowing out. Patty Daly, look at the screen. Patty Daly, look at the screen. How cozy is that right there? Come on. You got to admit that's cozy. We had coffee shops all over the place, right? You tell me that's not like walking into Rosebuds right there? You like that? Isn't it cozy, Patty? I knew you would like that. It's just snow, New Jersey, and the coffee shop. That's what I wanted to put. Nice, cozy background on a crisp, cool, cold Sunday morning. Yeah. Yeah, so CG2, sometimes we have problems. Maybe if you go into it on a computer, you could comment. It's only on the phone, Donna. I don't think it's everywhere. What's up, Cheech, my man? Why did I open up with Big Shot? Well, I got good news about Billy Joel. Billy Joel, now this is pretty cool. You know, sometimes when you think celebrities are out of touch, Cheech, sometimes when you think they're just done with you, yeah, stomping the boots full of snow. Yeah. So what I had to do yesterday, Patty Daly, I go to Charlie's house and I maintain his house. I take care of Charlie's house, and he has the old steam boiler. He has the old steam radiators everywhere. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. I would move into his house if I can. I would buy that house if I can. So I knew you would appreciate that because that's where we used to put all the wet gloves, all the wet scarves, all the wet gloves, the goopaline. We would put it on the radiator. The radiator was a piece of furniture years ago. You know, a radiator was like, yeah, it's nice. So what I do, Patty, every time I go every day or so, every 2 days. I put up the temperature a little bit, and then I watch the steam boiler start. And I make sure the system runs good, and then I put it back down. I go check all the radiators. Yeah, it's the best. It really is the best. There's nothing like it. Now I have that in my apartment, Patty. I have steam heat. I have baseboard steam heat and one radiator. So I still have it in my apartment building. And I love it. It's a boiler, yeah. My grandmother put bricks on the radiator and make it a bigger radiator. Oh, whoa. That's interesting. Huh. Never heard about that. No, it's not Donna. It's everybody. It's not you. I think it's everybody. It's a problem with the shorts. Anyway, did you get rid of that extension cord for the Christmas lights? Get rid of that now. Huh. Donna, real quick, I have a question for you. Did you make that little paver pad for your car? Did you make that paver? Great little nice paver walkway. DG2 dropping the cash stuff. Did you make that little paver walkway? I love it. They're probably 6x4 bricks that you used. I'm gonna guess. Hello, James Simpson. Hope you're feeling better today. I couldn't stay in your show yesterday. I had to take some phone calls while I was running around Belleville, New Jersey. So you didn't sound well. My daughter's sick now. Obviously, she's working with patients, so she can't go in today. That's the problem when you're working in that environment. Yes. Good for you. Bricks, there you go. You see that? Yeah, we have some problems, Polak, and I don't know why. But I hit the like every time. If you notice, I hit the likes, Polak, when I see them. My favorite one is you diving in the pool. You know what that means to me when I see you diving in that pool, Polak? Do you understand what that means to me? What do I see when I see Polak diving into a body of water? What I see, hey teacher, is the freedom and the peace of mind attained through actions we've partaken in our lives. That's how I see. I see more than just a man jumping in the water. You see, you have to have a different mindset to get into what's actually going on there. And when I hear the birds every morning, Polak, I also think of folks like you and myself. Because when you hear we have an appreciation for those birds chirping in the morning that was taken away from us either for a short time or for a long time, but it was taken away from us for a time. So that's where we're at. Oh, okay. All right. CG2 is teaching people. Well, after doing some brief incarceration things, you kind of really appreciate those birds chirping. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do anything in your life that will take you away from your family, even for a weekend. Do not. Nothing is worth losing your freedom. Now, if you're involved in something, you did build that. Very good job, Donna. Very good job. Did you use the base? You laid all the papers. Did you use the what's it called? There's 2 or 3 layers that you put under the bottom. You don't have to use it though. It's called the pebble base. And with the pebble base, see, Donna, when you lay pavers strictly on sand, you can lose that. Good morning, Susie. You can lose it. That's where the great Cheech. Now we have another one. You're on another platform. When you don't go on the pebble, I forget the name. It's a base. The base. If you don't use the base for paver, believe me, I could pave a whole city. I know how to. You get the cutter, but if you don't put it on the base, that's when they start to shift because the sandy roads with water. Now you hamper it down, temper it down with the thing. So anyway, Donna's doing it. Really good job with the pavers. A really nice job. Get that Lincoln on the road next, will you? Drive it up to Belleville, New Jersey. I don't know how far that car is from Belleville, New Jersey, but we could cruise around in your Lincoln. Your 85 Lincoln. I think it's an 85. Wait, or 95. Yeah. Donna and Cena Weaver last night. I didn't get a chance. I'll get there. Saturday nights and Friday nights, guys. You know what? Let me turn on the heated socks while I'm on with you. You crazy bastards. See if I could turn on the heated socks. Because I want to get into a couple of topics. Gene Stapleton is our topic this morning, Patty. So we'll get into Gene Stapleton. Give me a minute. Let me open up the application. There's nothing like these heated socks. I'm telling you right now, get them. I'm telling you to get them. Did you hear me? I will recommend to all of you, go on Amazon's and get the heated socks. You will not regret it. It's not for geriatrics. Patty Daly, this is incredible. So I just want to explain something to you guys. We may be starting a little earlier. I'm not sure yet. The content may go right heavy at 6:45. I'm not sure yet. I used to do 6:45 was my start time. I may change it. I may go back to that. Well, I do hit the button at 6:45. Amazon, check for heated socks, Patty Daly. I promise you, you'll do it. Big Bones, good morning to you, Big Bones. Great to see you. Yeah. So I want to talk about Gene Stapleton today. If you don't mind, I want to get into this topic just for a bit. Everybody knows who Gene Stapleton is. I think her birth name was Jean Murray. I'm not sure it was Gene Stapleton. Okay, I got some facts about Gene Stapleton. Now, as we do, we got to start off with some not so cool facts. What are you gonna do? That's because everybody sees your pet teddy bear. Hello, Svent. Good to see you, Svent. Thanks for stopping by. As always, your presence is a present. Serenity prayer on my mug. It comes with me. Yeah, so Tori had to call out sick today. Not because she won't work, because she's sick. You see, she's in a healthcare environment. So what is a person that isn't feeling well? Okay, no problem, Joey Joe. Polak, how the hell are you today? Another wake up. And that is a blessing, is what that is, Big Bones. Okay, so you work in a healthcare environment with elderly people. They rather not do that therapy for that day than have someone come in that isn't feeling well. She went to CVS last night. She spent $60 on meds to try to feel well because she really cares about her patients. She's rehabilitating people, getting their cognitive skills back. Yeah, it could turn deadly. So she felt terrible. She called me because I'm still guiding my children, ladies and gentlemen, every day, every move. Dad, what should I get at CVS? On the phone, on the FaceTime. Dad, what should I do? Call your manager, Tori. I'm sure there's a number. You're not the first one. And I think they would appreciate it that you did not go in sick. Remember, those are elderly individuals. When they get sick, they might not bounce back. So these are some of the things that you go through working in the healthcare industry. And even with the mask. Oh, if she feels better tomorrow, she'll still wear a mask. And that is the proper thing to do. It's the healthcare environment. Imagine you get a floor of 30 people that are doing so well with their rehabilitation. Imagine Tori got somebody walking yesterday or writing their name or a stroke victim back to saying something. Let's just say Tori got somebody that had a stroke a month ago and Tori was having good progress with that man or woman and got them to actually speak a full sentence. Now she goes in today sick, very sick. She sounds sick. And she gets that individual sick. All that work that she did with the compassion that is in her heart, because she notes the progress. I think a pause is better than a setback, right? So everybody has their own opinion. Now, if you work in construction or you work alone and you have a little cold, you got to go to work. I work sick, but I don't go around people. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Susie. And it was a tough time, but you see, this is true coffee talk right here. And I'm going to touch on Thindu for a minute before I get into Gene Stapleton. Thindu, if you're still here, or if you have ice pads on your shoulders, this is incredible what you are doing right now. So you are legacying in actions, and you are legacying in social media. Do you ever think that it would be this way? You're not just leaving pictures of you pulling Enzo in the snow. You have video. You have a channel that there's no embarrassment of. Instead of shutting down the channel when, God forbid, you have a gem right there. A gem. This is In modern day, this gets no better. In modern times, what Dindu has right, what we all have right now with these little YouTube channels. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Listen, life gets in the way sometimes of YouTube, okay? But YouTube could be an addition to good luck. Okay. All right. Good boy. Good boy, Brian. You're giving, yeah, look at this crew. You ain't finding anything like this. No, you're not finding anything like this. I don't care what YouTube space you're in. Now, I know YouTube it's one space. I get it, but you don't see this type of chat in other chats, man. I got to tell you. All you see is criticisms and judgments and hate and just demeaning others. You don't see any of that here. This is amazing. All you see is good people here. I mean, we talk about nobody. We reference nobody, if only for a minute sometimes, but look at this chat versus some other chats. Channels that are just criticizing people all day. They have nothing else to do because they have no content. So all they do is criticize and criticize and criticize. And then you got their goons in the chat that do the same, right? They don't know what they're doing. They're that stupid, calling people retarded. And the host is co-signing it. The people are slow. They're retarded. You're calling people slow and retarded. And this higher than almighty host is co-signing it. That's disgusting. You see what you got over here? Feeding somebody that's hungry. I mean, Susie, I don't want for anything more. I can't ask for anything more here. Somebody's setting up the conversation about others, and then you have other people talking about others. I mean, what are you doing, man? That's not positive. That's not even content. That's a lack of content. Say that. Sidgy, what's for breakfast today? I don't know yet. Do I want to go bad today? Or do I have a nice egg white omelet with toast with an avocado? What do I do, Sidgy? But it's great to see you. Blessings to you. Even this crazy bastard over here. And when I say crazy bastard, I mean with sincerity. Some people don't understand personalities. So, Sidgy, have a little Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on a bagel. I think you got to go bad today. The host is a joke that allows that. No, he encourages that. He puts a criticism of others up, and then you got goons in his chat adding to it and him co-signing it. Good morning there, Sino. Hope you're well this morning. Happy New Year to the chat room from Detroit City. You see, we didn't even get into the topic yet. All right, let me dip into this topic so we can get back to general. I really don't even need a topic, to be quite honest with you. I really don't even need anything. I could just have coffee with you guys. People will always say something that is wrong. Something is wrong with people who don't get drunk or do drugs or sleep with strangers because they don't. Okay, that's I got it. Happy New Year, CG from CG2. Oh, where are we this morning, CG2? Where's our numbers at? Let's see where we're at today. Okay, we're getting there. 9 away from 6,600. I'm telling you, 7,000 is in there. Of course. Okay, Thindu, great comment. Well, my life started all over with the birth of Enzo. Now I want to live this life and documenting it through YouTube. I mean, I said that from the start. The first time I was right there, I was probably the first person in that show when Thindu announced that he's going to be a grandpa. And I said, any of these douchebags, they're not here right now for this announcement. They don't belong here. They don't belong here. And we've been with Thindu. It's coming up on 2 years. I think Enzo's going to be 2 years old. And I said that, and I stand by that. Now, I don't publicly criticize these individuals that were not there, but I know in my heart of hearts who was where. That's why sometimes you might see me get a little in my brain aggravated. Why is he over there? They don't even care about him. When's the last time they came to his show? But that's all right. You can't go by that. They don't even show him any love. Why is he showing them love? But you got to do it from your heart, and that's okay. I'm muffled? Okay, hold on a minute. Here, move it. Okay. Let's see if we're better here. Are you better now? It was moving against my shirt. Let me check the microphone. Audio. We should be good now. I put the echo cancellation back on. Let me know if I'm better with the mic. If anybody's listening, how is the sound? Hopefully the sound is a little better. I was moving around, Donna. Yeah. Right. Everyone, mom. Everyone. It's good for me. Yes. Okay. No. People. There's people. Doesn't matter. It's a great way to start the new year by helping others. Yes, Adam. You're right. First Hindu show I seen said, whoa, this guy is nutty as Stigs. What? What? Big Bones, the first Hindu show I seen, I said, whoa, this guy is as nutty as Stigs. I can't. Oh, my God. Italian Stallion, how are you? Good morning. You know what? You're all sick. He's hysterical. Sounds okay? Good? Okay, good. Are we sounding good right now? Dindo, you're like my grandfather. Yes. You knew you're going to find two crazy bastards over here. Right? Who could be with a group of people out to dinner and talk about somebody on YouTube such as Dindo? I'm with 8-10 people, and I reference YouTube at times. Smash the like button, he said. And I reference Dindo as, you know, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's like us, Patty. That's what I mean. He's like us. We're like him. 7 hours apart, maybe a different accent, and we do the same thing. If you're short, we name you Shorty. If you're fat, we'll name you Skinny. If you're skinny, we'll name you Fat. Right? If you're retarded, we'll call you Ubats. If we're crazy, we'll call you, right? Same Patty. It's unbelievable that you got people from totally different areas. Patty, I spoke about this yesterday on Dean Du's show. I don't know if you were there. I'm going to mention this right now. Before I get into Gene Stapleton. Patty, Tommy, 3 years ago, you used to come on with the do-rag and the wife beater. Yes, of course. Yes. Thank you, Donna. Donna, you might be delayed a little bit. I'm not sure. Not sure. But she said it's clearer. Yeah, sometimes. You can name me Invisible Professional Singer. Okay. Italian Stallion saying hello. Hey, teacher. So, Patty, I don't know if you were in Dean Du's show yesterday. I was in Branch Brook Park. I was at Belleville City Hall. I had to go do something over there. I was all over the place yesterday, Patty Deli. So we had Noel, myself, and Dean Du on the panel. I said, it's really interesting how there's 3 people on this panel that are in 3 different parts of the country. with the same traditions and cultures. It's unbelievable. We were talking about making brajol. Now, Noel makes his own brajol in Florida because he doesn't have a butcher. I have a butcher. Anthony makes my brajol. He pounds it out right in front of me and he makes it. But the point is, we were all making the sauce, making the gravy. Yeah. Yeah. No, I wear them. I wear bandana. I wear the bandanas like when I'm doing construction and stuff. I just wear the bandanas on my head. Not really a do-rag. It's a bandana. The do-rag is a little different, but they're pretty cool too. I wouldn't mind wearing them, but I don't. All right, let's go into Gene Stapleton right now. You don't know who Gene is? Is Joey Dell still here? God brings good people together. You see that? Tommy, you got a new caddy? Yes, brand new. Brand new caddy, yes. 4 miles on it when I picked it up, said G. 4 miles. It was the weirdest thing. The grease on the fittings wasn't even dry yet. So yes, I 4. That might be the lowest mileage I ever picked a car up at. 4 miles on the car. You know what that means? You know what 4 miles means? That was in the GM factory. 4 miles on the thing. Depreciated 30%. Yes, Patty, they gave me so much for my car, so I'm wise. Yeah, I'm very wise. Not a wise guy, but I'm very wise. Yes, very wise. Well, they gave me a good price, Patty, and they gave me incredible money. They gave me more for my used car, my other car, than I paid for it. So I got a 26 in two. Detroit City, I'm ahead of the game. I got a 2026 model in 2025. That's unbelievable. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse. I'm going to touch on this 1 minute. Car salesmen, they are the sleaziest. They're the dirtiest motherfuckers on this earth, car salesmen. That's wrong. You see what I just said? Car salesmen are the sleaziest motherfuckers on this planet. Isn't that wrong? Would you say that's wrong? Now we're generalizing, which we spoke about yesterday, not doing. So that is not true. That is not true. There are some good, honest salesmen. Yeah. That's probably my last new car of my life, Patty. God forbid. All kidding aside, they are everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people stereotype every car salesman as being a sleazy douchebag, and I can't agree with that. My car salesman is a gentleman. Most are, but not all. That's what a generalization. Okay, vacuum salesman, that's a different story. See, a vacuum salesman is a little different. They go door to door. They got to really, they're throwing Cheerios on your carpet and dirt and stuff, right? Flour. They throw some flour on your carpet and they vacuum it up. They're sleazy. But the car salesman called me. And I've always had never had an issue with a car salesman. Well, the problem is I know the people that are in the finance room. I got a guy here, I got a guy there, so I don't really have to go through all this shit that people go through. But now you got Carvana. And you eliminate the car salesman. If you go to Carvana, you pick your car out, you pick your payment, you pick your down payment, you get you get a virtual tour of the car. It's cut and dry. There's no negotiation. This is the price. It's $600 a month with $1,500 down. It's $200 a month with $1,200 down. They deliver the car to your house. You have 30 days to get that car inspected by one of their certified mechanics. If anything is wrong, they will fix it. You can't go wrong with Carvana right now. You can't go wrong. Carvana has taken over the car sales business. And an honest salesman will tell you that. Because I talk to people. What are your struggles in this? I always like to get information and have conversation. So I'm sitting down with this. Listen, the deal was made already. I already made up my mind before I went. Was having an announcement. Yeah, of course, Evil. I already know. I'm buying the car. Listen, stop selling. I want the car. Where is it? Black? I want black interior. For all-wheel drive. You got me. Let me have a conversation with you while they do all the paperwork and all the other bullshit that they do. You don't have to sell to me. I'm here. I want it. And what is your biggest problem? I asked the car salesman. He says the information that people have today. I said, I said, here's what I asked him. Do you consider your job an honorable profession? Personally, do you feel honored to do what you do? Do you have to be a certain way to be a car salesman? He said, look, the guy in the office next to me, he's a sleazy bastard. The guy in the office over there, he's like me. We're not going to try. I'd rather have a recommendation that I was gentlemanly and good to work with. So the biggest battle, CG2, the biggest battle that they have right now is online reviews. Because if anybody is a car salesman in this country, you can find their reviews online and know all about them. It's a fact. The data bank it's unbelievable. And also, Big Bones, the internets and the knowledge that people have today based on research, as CNO Evil was saying. Right, because we have access to information. So yeah, they're not built well. Right. The finance office is always unethical, but the fortunate thing is, by the time you do get to the finance office, hello, Octavia Grace. By the time you do get to the finance office, you're already done. But I got to the finance office on this car, and he said, do you want to buy tire protection? No, I don't want anything. I'm getting new tires. These tires are no good that you give me. I don't want these tires. I'm getting my own tires. I'm ordering Vogue tires right now. Oh, that's nice. We don't carry them anymore. I wish we did. Cadillac doesn't carry Vogue tires anymore. They lost their contract. So I said no, I don't need anything. Anyway, you as a car purchaser these days, you got the upper hand. And if you feel like you're lost, call CNO Evil. He'll tell you everything you need to know. You want to buy a car, you call CNO Evil. The guy, that's it. He knows everything about it. I bought out my lease car. That's a great idea. That's a good way to do it, Patty Daly. I'm not a fan of leasing cars. I'd rather not rent it. But I've done that twice. I leased to purchase, knowing full well that I was going to purchase. You see, this is the problem. Paint protection, all that other gap insurance, wheel and tire, it's all bullshit. Yeah, well, I got, gave me half of the price of the car on my other car. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's great, Donna. He's great. Good morning, Jimena. Look at this. I didn't even get into the topic today, and we're having great conversation. Yes, that's a great option, hey, teacher. Because your lease payment's kind of low because you're paying on the depreciation value. No, it's a whole thing, but it's a whole thing. Snuff was from what I understand, Snuff was a good car dealer. He was a good car salesman. Little Snuff was apparently a good car salesman, from what I heard. So now he'll have a future in social media of some kind. He'll eventually have a future Possibly as an on-air personality. Who knows what he'll do with his life? Yeah. Yeah. When I was laid off years ago, I went to sales. I refused to lie and play games. I found a big following for, you see? Bingo. CG2. When I was laid off years ago, I went to sales. I refused to lie or play games. I found a big following by being real. There are good ones. And this is what I say about YouTube. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's crazy. Oh my God, the tragedy. Brogan was and I still go to Brogan. Patty, I'm still going to Brogan. Right? Uncle Joe D, he died. Joe D was my guy. You remember Joe D? Joe Papetta? Remember Joe Papetta at Brogan in Clifton? Now Clifton closed. I go to Totowa and that's where I still buy my cars. Yes. Well, it's interesting. Good reputation. Brogan Cadillac forever. So I used to go to Joe Papetta, Joey Meatball. I'm going to tell you a quick story, Patty Daly. Real quick. Good morning, Sarcelli. I'm making money. I'm doing well. I go from Roosevelt Avenue to Brogan Cadillac. I see a brand new white DeVille. I said, Uncle Joe, I want this car. He said, what are you doing? Now, Sarcelli, listen to me. I was in there. Dino's father was in there. We were both in there at the same time. Right. So Sarcelli, I go from Roosevelt Avenue. I'm making nice cash at that time. I go from Roosevelt Avenue. I go over to Brogan Cadillac. I see Uncle Joe Papetta. Joe Damiano is his name. And I say, Uncle Joe, I want that car. He said, what are you going to do with that car, you? I'm not putting you in that car. You're 21 years old. How are you driving that car? I cannot. Yep. Joe Z also, yep. He said, I can't do it. Dino's dad is next to me looking at another Cadillac. I said, Uncle Joe. He said, how can you afford this car? You're 21 years old. He says, you know what? I can't with you kids. You kids. And Andy was alive then. Andy was living in Florida. Andy Girard was still alive. He was living in Florida. And he says, I can't do it. I can't. You're killing me. You're killing me, kid. I said, how much cash you need down? Come on, get me in this car. How much cash? He said, you're going to end up in trouble, young man. You're going to end up in trouble. He really didn't want to sell me the car, Patty. He said it was going to bother him every day that he would see me driving around in that car. How's this 21-year-old? No education, driving around in this car. Patty, he was really, so my point is this. He wasn't a typical car salesman. He had heart, compassion. He says, I can't in good conscience. You're going to drive out in this car? Who? Who are you? How did you do this? How did this come about? I said, what do you need, Uncle Joe? 6,000, 5,000? What do you need? Where do you want the fazools? He says, my young man, I love you. You're going to end up in trouble. Uncle Joe was right. Not long after, they took Cadillac, Corvette. They took my house. They took everything. Money. They took everything. You name it, they took everything. Your car sales were up. Yeah. It was a good time for Tommy Stigs. I was living that dream, not realizing that it's just a glass that's just going to shatter eventually in your face. And Uncle Joe was right. God bless his soul. I think I was in the M&M store in New York City when his nephew called me and said, Uncle Joe passed. Oh, it tore me apart. But he was right. So Charlie, Uncle Joe was right. Joe Papetta was Joe Damiano. He was dear, dear friends with Andy Girard. They were like brothers, twins. Yeah. So that's where you go. That's my Brogan Cadillac story. Well, he was right. Uncle Joe was right. Uncle Joe was fucking right. And I mean, right. Thindu. He was right. Uncle Joe was right. Uncle Joe Babetta. God, I miss him. It hurts me when I talk about him. Because there's not many men on the streets that look out for you. Come on. More. Let's do this. Let's do that. And here's Uncle Joe that could have made a big score selling me a Cadillac. That was about to make a big score selling me a Cadillac, brand new Cadillac, when I was 21 years old, and said, "This bothers me." No, I didn't. You're right, Patty. This is 100% correct. You didn't pay your dues long enough to own that car, but I was making the money because I wasn't a degenerate, Patty. That's the problem. You didn't pay your dues long enough to own that car. But here is the problem, or the plus. I did not blow that money as it came in. I had the cash because I had no vices other than going out drinking at night at the club and smoking cigarettes. I had no vices, you see. Yes, we know, said you. Yeah. So he was, rest in peace, Joe Popetta. Rest in peace, Joe Damiano. Rest in peace, man. One of the gentlemen from the neighborhood that really, it bothered him that I was involved. It really bothered big Mr. Joe. It bothered him, and I could see it in him. But I was too ignorant, and I wasn't living. I wanted that Cadillac. It was white with red interior, Patty. Come on. Who doesn't want a white caddy with red interior when they make Cadillacs? I was 21 years old. Yeah. Let me do something here. Okay. The sound might go in and out. Okay. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Okay. 35. Yeah, right. 1991 it was. So it was 35 years ago. 35 years ago. How old was I? No, it couldn't be. 56 minus 35. 21. Exactly. I did my math. Holy shit. My memory is great. 35 years ago. It was 35 years ago. Can't believe that. 1991. And now I have a 91 as an older fella. I got that car now. Own it through hard work. Nice story, Stigs. My last car was a Benz. I got stolen 3 times. Oh my God, 3 times. Third car in 36 months. I need a car to get a taxi, walk to work. Vespa made me and said, all right, Vespa's a good idea. Yeah. I never looked what your username was before, Pollock. I'll check it today. All right, let's go into Gene Stapleton. That's what I want to do right now, guys. Where's Joey Dell? Check it out. You don't know who Gene Stapleton is? Let me see here. Come on. 1 minute. Okay, you're going to tell me, Joey Dell, right now, that you don't know who Gene Stapleton is. I'm not hearing it, you. Here you go. Here's Gene Stapleton right here.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played
songs that made the hit parade.
You don't know her?
Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew where you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare state.
Everybody pulled his weight.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days.
Okay. I can't imagine Joey Dell doesn't know. Joey Dell. That's Jean Stapleton. I believe she was born Jean Murray. All right, let's get into Jean Stapleton. That show changed sitcoms forever. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time on this, all right? Jean Stapleton. I want to talk about some sad facts. Now, everybody knows her from All in the Family, which may be one of the best shows ever put on television. I mean, it's up there, guys. It's up to Joey Dell. I'm very surprised. It was never shown in England. Unbelievable. Did you ever see that before, Joey Dell, or no? Well, let's talk about Jean Stapleton. Tomorrow we're talking about Carol O'Connor. But today our facts go into Jean Stapleton. So let's talk about some sad facts, which I always like to do. Sad fact, Patty Daly, you might enjoy this. Patty Daly, you might enjoy some of these facts. Possibly. Now I'm in our zone, is where we are, Patty Daly. Let me have a little sip of coffee before I do this. Sad facts about Jean Stapleton include playing beloved Edith Bunker. It tragically ended her marriage. It tragically ended her first marriage after he couldn't handle her fame. And she carried the regret for not pursuing her Broadway dream more actively. Feeling she was typecast, even though she found deep joy and love in her iconic role and later succeeded with stage work. Okay, Octavia. She also faced the natural end of life at 90, passing away from natural causes. Key sad aspects: marital strain and loss. Her marriage to William Putch, a director, dissolved due to her demands because of her work on All in the Family. This was her regret that went for the rest of her life. Yeah. Unfulfilled dreams. While beloved Edith, Stapleton expressed regret that the role sidelined her first love. Broadway was her first love in the entertainment. Yeah, in the entertainment. And she felt she also sacrificed her initial theater career for TV, though she later found fulfillment in stage roles like Eleanor Roosevelt show, like her Eleanor Roosevelt. The Weight of Edith. She confessed that embodying the naive, sweet Edith Bunker for so long was emotionally taxing, revealing a private struggle beneath the endearing public persona, as noted in her 2013 feature. Hey, teacher, Jean Stapleton was so in the role as Edith Bunker, it took her over in life. It's unbelievable. It took her over in life. Natural end. Like all lives, her story ended with her passing at 90 years old. A peaceful end after a long celebrated career, but still a loss for her fans and family. Despite those sorrows, Stapleton always emphasized her deep love for her work, her family, she had 2 children, and her fans, often calling her television Hall of Fame induction of a hall of love, showing resilience and gratitude. It's very sad. I said this all the time. People get so into their roles, and it's like people that work too hard and are missing these little things, that family. Fun facts. The beloved Edith Bunker, Jean Stapleton, I think she was born Jean Murray, now I could be wrong on that, was a versatile stage actress who started as a singer, adopted her stage name for sounding distinguished, played opposite her future in All in the Family co-star on The Defenders. She loved the Pennsylvania. She contributed to the Miss Piggy cookbook. She was a dedicated performer who trained in summer and even served in the USO during World War II. Now, what does USO stand for? What does the USO stand for, Patty Daly? Does anybody know? I don't have any guesses. I can't imagine who else it would be, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. I know. Well, it's a different thing because you guys never got to see it. But I would recommend that you go on YouTube and search some All in the Family. Yeah. Let me finish here. Oh, here it is. Early in her career, born Jean Murray, she changed her last name to Stapleton because she felt it sounded more distinguished. She was born Jean Murray, and she changed it to Jean Stapleton, because it sounded more professional. Mickey Rooney, huh? Wow, I don't know. Singing roots. Before acting, she was a member of the Robert Shaw Chorale. Do you guys know what the Robert Shaw Chorale is? I don't know. USO performer. During World War II, she joined the USO entertaining troops. Can somebody please explain? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Donna's doing it. It was the United States organization? All right. Okay. Okay. All in the Family and Beyond. Pre-Edith. She once played a witness in The Defenders, who identified the defendant played by Carol O'Connor, the voice of Edith. She developed Edith Bunker's iconic voice, walk, and mannerisms with the show's writers. You see, she got so embedded in the role that her favorite role, while famous as Edith, she considered her portrayal of Eleanor Roosevelt in Eleanor, First Lady of the World, her favorite roles. So I didn't see that. I got to check that one out. She played the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt. Life off screen, rural life. She and her husband lived in a log cabin in rural Pennsylvania, preferring country life over New York City. Her connection to the Muppets. She had a guest spot in the Muppet Show and contributed to the recipes on Miss Piggy's cookbooks. A true stage professional, even though All in the Family was continued. That was her thing. Born. Was she born wealthy? As we see with a lot of these things. The wealth. She was not born. She was not born wealthy. She came from a middle-class background. Jean Stapleton's, Edith Bunker's father, was an advertising salesman, and her mother was she was an opera singer. And she worked as a secretary while training as an actress before achieving stardom. Key details of the start of her life. Her parents, father Joseph Murray, sold billboard advertising, and her mother, Marie Stapleton, was a concert and opera singer. Upbringing. Born Jean Murray in New York City, she loved movies, but initially considered a music critic career, working as a secretary after high school before pursuing acting. Her name changed from Jean Murray to Jean Stapleton. She adopted her mother's maiden name. Okay. So Jean Stapleton, Edith Bunker's mother's last name, her real life mother's last name was Stapleton, and that's why she took that on for interesting. Okay, Patty, I hope you did enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed that. Go make your gravy. You using Brajol today? And where do you get your meat down there, Patty Daly? Patty, where do you get your meat? You got to go up to Tom's River to get your meat. You got to go to on Fisher Boulevard over there. You got to go to oh my God, what's the butcher there? Right on Fisher Boulevard, off of 37. We used to go. There's a good butcher over there. Patty left already. It's gravy. It's gravy. Oh, is he good? Bruno Meat Market, Manahawkin. Do you get the 3 meats? You get a nice brajol over there? What about the agorga? What about the pigskin brajol? Do you eat that? Agorga. Ugh, nasty. A waffle and coffee. Very nice. Go make the gravy, Patty. Joey Dell, it's a Belleville thing. What do you want me to tell you? It's a North Jersey thing. We're making gravy. Big bones. Who says gravy? who says sauce. Put it in the chat. I want the gravy sauce debate right now. Gravy or sauce? You love the pigskin, Madon. You really do? Got to get it for Charlie. He loves it. Sauce or gravy? Come on, drop it down. Sugo. Big Bone says eat. So Shelly's from Newark. He says gravy. Great picture of you in the Newark fireman outfit yesterday. God bless you, man. Got through that career nice. Franco's down there now, you know? Sauce in Sicilia. Yeah. Franco. Hugo's kid is down there now. He's in the he's got in the fire department. And Antonio's with Cranford Police, I believe. Yeah. So Franco started a career. It's marinade sauce because no meat. Gravy has the meat. Okay, end it. There you go. Patty laid the rule down, and that's it. What Patty says is it. Oh, nice. Good, so Charlie. Good. Big Bone says sauce. All right. Yeah. Unbelievable. So Charlie, did they close the house on 6th Street? Is that house still open on 6th Street? By Davenport? No. Is it by Davenport? Yeah, by Davenport. Did they close that house? What is that? Station number 2, maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, Patty's the boss. That's it. She shut it down. Gravy is in my blood. That's what we know. Oh, 28 engine. It's 28. I remember number 2. 28 still open. Okay, nice. Well, they need it there. That's the border of Belleville and Newark, kind of. So, although you have the Silver Lake house on Belleville. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, 28. Okay. That's got the green doors in front. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. It's a 1 engine, right? Well, Luigi's works at 28. Okay. Good for him. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go to Luigi's. We gotta get there. It's a one engine, right? I believe. It's small. It's only a one bay. Yeah. CG2, you're out. We'll talk to you later. 6th question: what sauce do you put on your pasta? Then add mascarpone. That's a little bit of it's a little bit of a different thing called Octavia Grace. Yeah. Mascarpone cheese. Oh my God. One company. Yeah. It's a small one, but the neighborhood there's not really many tall buildings over there, so you're okay. The one on Market Street down neck on the corner is probably 2 engines in there. I was in that one down there where Claudio, remember Claudio Dominguez? Claudio worked down there. Claudio, Louis Monero, they all worked on, I believe Louis was at that house down there on down neck. It's not really down neck, but on the corner there. I think they had 2 engines in there. Double engine. Yeah. I know a little bit about everything. I don't know a lot about one thing in particular. Now I'm going back, so. Love our Newark firemen with the green trucks. Yeah. 7 engine and a chief. All right. Yeah, ricotta. Not mascarpone, ricotta. Ricotta cheese. Pot cheese, 7 engine and chief. Yeah. You got to start the sauce early? All right. Yeah, we're probably going to have marinade sauce today. We had the Sunday gravy on Thursday, so I think we're going to just have a little marinade sauce today. Maybe make a little something different. You know? Change it up a little bit. Is Delilah here? Delilah, are you back in the action yet? We didn't see Delilah this morning. I figured she's got to be a little jet lag and, she was traveling. Okay, CG2, start that blowing. All right, let me get into the Catholic Minute if you don't mind. If you would like me to do that, I will do that. I think, yeah. Take care, everyone. Have to go. Have a great day. Donna's doing it. Be careful out there. Wear that sunscreen. You're in California right now. I don't like gemelli at all. I don't like gemelli. I can't eat it. I eat rigatoni. That's it. Rigatonis with the lines. That's the macaronis that I eat. I can't change. I just can't change. Put that sunscreen on you. Take care of it. Listen, I got some bullet points to go down too. Maybe I'll save these bullet points that I have for tomorrow. You know what? Let me do the Catholic Minute real quick. All right, Big Bones. You're out. Talk to you later. Marinade. You like, oh, the Mezza rigatoni. You like that, huh? Hey, teacher. Hey, teacher, back to business tomorrow. Get your good rest tonight, you. Don't be playing around on the YouTubes. Cheech likes vodka rigatoni. All right. Don't be playing around on YouTube tonight, you. Go to bed early. You got to settle in. Okay? I'm not taking, I expect to see you 6:45 tomorrow morning. Okay? Oh, it means twins in Italian, gemelli. Okay. All right. Good information from Joey Dell. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. Excellent. Okay, the Catholic Minute, January 4th. It's the feast day of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, the first native-born American to be canonized as a saint, known for the founding of the Sisters of Charity and establishing the first Catholic parochial school system in the United States of America, serving as a patron saint of educators, widows, and orphans. So there you go. Hey, teacher, this one is for you. Today is all about you, hey, teacher. Look it up. Today is St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, the first Native American to be canonized as a saint. And she started the first parochial, the Catholic schools in the United States. And she is the patron saint of educators, widows, and orphans. Richie the Boot Bayardo was an orphan. Not many people know that. Right? Wasn't Michael Corleone an orphan? They rose to power. You see, when you start at the bottom. So there you go. There you go. It's all about you guys that are in the system, the school system, widows, God forbid, and orphans, God forbid. Very interesting saint this morning. Who was St. Elizabeth Ann Seton? Born in New York. She married. Oh, what? Born in New York. She married, had 5 children, later converting to Catholicism after her husband's death in Italy. She dedicated her life to charity, education, and religious service, founding the Sisters of Charity of St. Joseph in Maryland. Her legacy includes pioneering Catholic education and social work for the poor in the United States of America. How is she honored? Her feast day falls within the Christmas octave, connecting her life to the Incarnation. Catholics often pray for her intercession, attend Mass, and reflect on her example of faith, perseverance, and service, particularly in times of loss and need. This is a wonderful saint today, guys. This is a wonderful saint. I would recommend that you look into St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. It really puts things in perspective. Sometimes these Catholic minutes, they put some things into perspective. Again, it's all raw dog over here. I just do it. And this one I like. This one I like. Oh, wow. Exactly, Octavia Grace. They're doing God's work. Sauce gravy, let's eat. It's all the same, but different. We're a little confused, but we have good taste, Polak. You see, we right. So, Charlie, there you go, 100%. I'm proud to be an educator and love it. I love that. Listen, I was married to an educator. My sister-in-law is an educator. A lot of educators in my family. It's all raw dog. Yeah. All right. Let me do a couple of Catholic minutes. I'm sorry. Let me do a couple of bullet points here, if you don't mind. Barry Manilow sent out a message yesterday. These are the bullet points. Clip this. Manilow is in treatment. So for his lung cancer, Barry Manilow had a procedure done. Yesterday, he put out a statement. He's feeling all right. Is anybody that does videos still here? Who does content? Is Donna's Doing It still here? Is ALV here? Dindu doesn't care much about this. Is Osada, he doesn't care much about this. Anybody on here that does videos on YouTube? Any content creators here? I'm going to tell you this. Your next video may be the one. All right? You just never know what's going to hit the algorithms. So if you are somebody that does do content, don't you get discouraged. Good morning, Rebecca. The next video might be the one. Yep. Baby Jesus stolen from a church on Long Island. Yes, you, Jimena. That next video may be the one. Unless you have attained your personal success on YouTube and you have no goals. If you have goals to be the one, your next video may be the one. Okay, listen. Baby Jesus robbed on Long Island. But I'm not sure how. It was returned. It was returned. Not sure how. So I opened up with the song for Billy Joel, Big Shot. And I want to tell you what Billy Joel did. Last night, Billy Joel, hello, Pete Rizzo. Last night, Billy Joel was in the audience of a Billy Joel cover band. Now, Billy Joel has issues, see no evil. He has health issues with his brain, this and that. And Billy Joel got up and did 2 numbers last night while he got the fever. He got the vibe last night. Hey, teacher. So Billy Joel was sitting in the stands while his cover band was doing the show, and he got up and he sang wait, what did he sing? I put it here. Oh, We Didn't Start the Fire. Well, I know, but last night he did it because he's coming back from being, from not being well. But apparently he got up. He does it a lot. That's great to know. I like that. That makes him a humble man, hey, teacher, which you really love when a celebrity is humble. It's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. So he did We Didn't Start the Fire, and he did Big Shot. So those are the 2 songs that he did, see no evil, last night. Okay. So Mandavi and Schumer called Donald Trump. And they expressed that they're not happy with what he did. Go fuck yourselves. And Trump says, okay, you little fucking idiots, get out of here. Shut up. We don't support what you did. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, this guy right now is with Luigi. What's his name? What's the president's name over there? What's his name? Venezuelan president. What's his name? He's gone. Right now, he's with Luigi. Yeah, in Brooklyn. Unbelievable. Okay, hey, teacher, please be careful driving. St. Francis of Rome, please watch over, hey, teacher, as she takes the keys, puts them in the car, starts the car, and gets on the road. Everyone have a super Sunday. You too, hey, teacher. Wow, what the best chat around we got over here. Madavi, whatever your sister's ass, whatever his name is, from Venezuela. Anyway, he's in Brooklyn right now with Luigi Mangione. You can't make this shit up. Oh, God, I can't. Okay, so you're in January. Dry January is what some people call it. Yeah. Yes, that's right, Susie. And he doesn't make no bones about it. Yeah. Yep. Yes, that's right, see. I want to know what in the world is in the U.S. Do you think he'll come for Mexican president next? I have no idea. You never know with him. That's the thing with Trump. I have no idea why they took his wife. You got to remember, it's a federal indictment. They're pretty solid on when they listen. The feds don't really lose. You got a 99% conviction rate with the feds. When they get you, they get you. Listen, they offered him. They just asked him to step down and return to democracy. He refused. He wanted to be a dictator. I believe the United States offered him never criticize a narcissist. They think they're, they don't hear you anyway. We see it here on YouTube. You got a narcissist on YouTube. Mental illness. Joey Dell thinks no. I don't think so. Yeah, when the feds come, they got you clearly. I mean, it's really, they got you already. It's when the feds pinch you, it's pretty strong. But apparently they offered him some no charges if he would have stepped down and went back to democracy instead of what is he? Communism? Is he a communist? I don't know world politics. Is the Venezuela? Yeah, Venezuela one's a communist, I believe. Turned into communism. He wasn't a president. He was a dictator, apparently. So is Mexico communism, Jimena? Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Jimena, hold on a minute. Wow. Jimena, if you would like to come up, I would gladly drop the link for you or discuss this on one of your shows. Okay, you have a great show. Jimena, come on, do this. Please. I know. He's got a good, you guys are all good. You see, there's no pressure. There's no drama here. There's no garbage. Hello there, Taro. Jimena, I'm really sorry to hear that. Isn't there any way you can move to somewhere else with your skills and intelligence? Joey Dell, can you imagine what people go through under communism? You know the show that you have, Jimena, that you could have about what's going on right now? You have so much to add to this topic. Please, do a little show about this. A video. And go like this. Just go like this. I'm going to try and do this. However it comes out is how it's going to be. This topic with the Venezuelan president led me to doing some thinking. And just start going. Just start talking. Just start talking. I know you can do this. I have faith in you, girl. Put on that green shirt that you look pretty in. Put on that green shirt and do it. You understand me? Listen to me, you. You have to do a show. You have so much to add. You're a content creator. Let's go. You're part of it. You understand it more than any of us. Oh. Tap into you got it. Tap into your skills. Susie was singing and dancing all over the house on New Year's Eve. Never underestimate. Perception and reality are two totally different things, Evil. Perception and reality are two different things. Wow. All right, I'm going to save some of these bullet points for the mark. I'll think about it. You're afraid of what they can do to who? Haha. Okay, I'll think about it, but I am afraid of what they can do to. Hello, Philly Bob. We hope that you had a great. Every day's a holiday, Philly Bob. Due to who? Us? Wait, Jimena, hold on a minute. I'm obsessed right now with this situation in this conversation right now. Hello, Todd Father, driving to work on Sunday. Beautiful. Zelda saying hello to the bull. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jimena. Oh my God. This is terrible. This makes me sad. So let me ask you a question, Jimena. Now you can't come up here, I'm assuming. Okay. Well, we're doing well. Wow. Even on social media? I think I got to do my own show about this. You can't come on here and talk about this. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable to me. It bothers me actually. I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless right now. She is openly allied. They kill journalists and people, and they receive threats all the time. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say right now. My lord. I see, Zelda. God, wait, this is gonna bother me all day. Makes you uneasy. Living this way. She's living under communist rule over there. And she's in here. Wow. Amen. Wow. I don't know what to say. This is gonna bug me out now. This is gonna bug me out. I gotta research this. I gotta do a pre-record about this. Are you sure you want to come up now? It's up to you. You could go on Avatar. I would love to have a conversation with you about this. If you're not comfortable though, don't do it. You want to come up now? You let me know. I'll drop you the link. It's totally up to you. You got to be comfortable. And I don't care about you being on camera. I know you. How long do I know you on here? I see you on camera every day. All right, let me see here. Let me see if I can drop this link here. Give me a minute. Let me see. Give me a minute here. Let me put this over here. Give me a minute, Jimena. Copy. You could be off camera. I don't care about your avatar. Shit. Doesn't matter to me. This is sick. Okay, Jimena, it's there for you if you want to come up. It's right there for you. I'm just think I need to pour a little more coffee. I'm just a little bit okay. Come up in the back, shut off your YouTube and open up the StreamYard link. I'm sure you know how to do it. All right, here we are. Let's see if this works out okay. Okay, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Good morning. I had to pour a little more coffee for this. You got me on mine. You got me bugging out over here.
I'm sorry.
It's interesting to me. So you're kind of journalism and content creators. Are you stifled a little bit? Do they hold you back?
To small ones, no, but they tend to be very upset when someone critiques like the government and things like that. Um, there's a lot of journalists, especially people who have been very vocal, whether on social media or on the streets or things like that, that have been killed. There's people, for example, agricultures that have fought with narco or like spoken out about it and all, and they got killed. A few months ago, I think it was a month ago, or like by the end of November, there was this mayor that is in the city, in one of the small cities that is very, very, I don't know, endangered by narco. And he was very vocal and asked the president. He was getting threats, and he called out the president and told her, like, hey, you need to help, you're doing nothing. And he was very, very, very vocal, and he got killed the next day, so in front of his family. So
So,
yeah, it's
so you're bordering communism, basically.
yeah, they are very pro
Mm.
Venezuela, for example,
Okay, okay.
pro Cuba, that line of the government. So since the last president was there, he started removing a lot of institutions. So for example, the institution that we use for elections, he just like tore it apart, and now it's not working anymore. So they can commit fraud anytime. They have the majority on Congress, so there's no way, there's no opposition now. So they are changing the laws. The justice system, who was that was very good, they tore it apart again, and so there's no justice system anymore like it used to be. So now they control all the three powers that we had. They controlled them all. And last elections, she shouldn't have won, and she won by fraud. So
Oh,
they're gonna keep doing that,
so
and their economy sucks. They say they there's no violence, but you see killings every now and then, like everywhere. They keep killing journalists, and they make it look like accidents. So yeah, it's not good. Violence is
not
like,
good.
it's
So,
horrible.
so
Yeah.
are the everyday people uncomfortable, or are you comfortable in your regular life? Regular, you do your regular life. You go to work, you go to the store, you go to the school. Do you feel different, or do you feel unease? Do the
Well,
residents feel uneasy, or what? What's the
in some parts of the cities, yes. Like we tend, like, the thing is, you get used to it. So we see the military all the time. We see um there's insecurity everywhere, but you get used to that. That you
Mhm.
are now used to see the sirens or the police or everything. Like you hear about people getting shot, or that someone was mugged or something, because people don't have a job, so they are now like mugging people, or like,
Yeah,
so it's like you can see it and you can feel it in, for example, you don't make the same money that you used to make. You're making the same one, but you don't have money to purchase anything else. The other day I went to the store, and just for five things it was 1,000 pesos, which is $100. And it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's not, everything's very expensive, and you can't
yeah.
afford it, and you don't get a better salary, but she says we're doing better. So it's just, yeah.
It's very interesting. Now, as far as doing content on social media for people that do content, do people have to be careful on how they do their content?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, there's people who don't care, but I'm very paranoid. Like, to be, I come from a place in Mexico that it's like the most violent. So I tend to be very cautious because of my kids.
Yeah.
So I don't like to talk politics or things like that. But I know people very vocal about it, and they still do it. My
Mhm.
mom is one of them, for example, on social media. She's very,
Okay.
very vocal. Yeah, but yeah.
because it bothers that much. So she has probably seen in her life it go back and forth, democracy, semi-communism, democracy, back and forth. She probably has seen the transition so many times in her lifetime.
Yeah, we never had communism. Like,
Not
we don't
no,
we
but
don't have it right
control,
now.
control. Yeah, not really
Yeah,
communism.
we had a dictatorship, but it's
Hmm.
more like it was like disguised as the same party on in the power for 31 years, and they did whatever they wanted, and they stole a lot of money and things like that. So we were getting into a better place in democracy, and then when Lopez Obrador, which is the last president, came into power, he destroyed everything, and now he's starting to get to where we were like a few years ago. So it took us a long time to get an actual like change of party and not rigged elections and things like that. And now we're back to square one. And the worst thing is that when we were in the 31 dictatorship, that was capitalism, so it was okay. But now they are trying to get us to communism. So she's like, right now she's very vocal against what happened with Maduro, which I agree with Maduro, not with Maduro, with cap-
Yeah.
capturing Maduro.
Yeah.
So, but she was
Well,
like, no, that it wasn't supposed to happen like that, which I understand why she says that, but um,
it's interesting. Her perspective is
yeah,
very interesting, but
she
I
was.
think it comes from experience, I guess, and experience and wisdom and all of that stuff. It's very, you're not going to change the mind of somebody that has been through a lot of different things. See, fortunately or maybe unfortunately, they think they know the outcome, and I think the outcomes now are unpredictable because you never know in these days. Never know in these days. So I can understand her being outspoken about all of this stuff. I could definitely understand it. She's been through a lot. She's seen it all.
Well, to be honest, she's very, very colluded with the narco, and
Yeah.
openly. So
Mhm.
the last president also, like, he was having breakfast with the Chapo's mom. Do you know the Chapo, the narco, who's yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes,
so
yes.
like the cartel de Sinaloa, they are financing their campaigns. They are very, and you know that he let the like Chapo's son go free for a while because they didn't use the right protocols to arrest him. Like, you know who
Wow.
that guy is, and you had them there, and you let him go. Like,
They
it's
messed
not.
up.
So
They
it's
messed up. Yeah, they messed up.
yeah. No, and they are like, and you see, they talk about that. They say they are not going to use the force against the narcos because they need love and hugs, and that's what they
Huh.
say, like, publicly. And so it's like, but they're narcos and they're killing people, and like, no, like, it's hard to live with a narco because, for example, there's if you have a business, they come and they ask you for money for protection, and you have to pay a quota every month to the narco so that you can continue operate. But sometimes it's even more than you actually earn every month. So you rather not have a business outside. Um,
Wow. So they're
so
hesitant
it's
to open
getting
a
really,
business.
yeah. So it's impacting every aspect of life, the narco, and it's getting worse and worse because they don't, like, they do whatever they want without any consequences. So and since they are financing everything, like every political campaign, so it's complicated. So in my opinion, they should take her and do the same with, like they did with Maduro. Like, in my opinion, I
They
wouldn't
have
I
to
wouldn't say
prove it.
no. Yeah.
They have to prove it. I mean, they have to do, it's this he's been under indictment for, I think, for 2021 or 2020 or something like that. He already was criminally indicted from the
Yeah.
United States and Venezuela, and apparently they offered him something to step down or give up power and go back to democracy. He refused it. He would have not gotten arrested if he would have stepped down humbly, but his pride was not going to let him do that. More so, probably money was not going to let him do that. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, right now, like I said, they are disguising Mexican politics as democracy, but it's not.
It's
And
not.
uh, and it's going to be a dictatorship. And like, I think that the last president's still in power, and he's just working with Sheinbaum to make her do whatever he wants.
Wow.
So she's like a puppet. So yeah, it's not looking good for Mexico, to be honest. Like, I'm actually worried about the future. I've been out of a job for 3 months. I can't find a job, so it's ridiculous. I've never been this long without a job. So and like, it's not only me. There's a lot of people losing their jobs, and things are more expensive, and it's getting hard. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So you don't feel comfortable, so to speak. You really don't feel very comfortable. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, not
in
really.
some ways you do, in some ways you don't.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It it's complicated. Yeah.
It's complicated. Well, so in short, you're for what happened. You approve of what just happened with Trump and Venezuela and all that stuff. You think it was the right move. Is that what you go with that?
A lot of um,
So you
things
approve of
that need to happen there.
you're
But
for this.
yes, I am. Yeah, and I think a lot of Venezuelans are too. All my friends from Venezuela are actually celebrating the situation. Um, because they are
Yeah.
against Maduro, and yeah.
All
So
right.
we agree, and actually, a lot of people in Mexico, except the ones from the left, are saying like, yeah, they should come from Sheinbaum too. Like we need, we want them to come for our president. Like we
Oh
really
my
want
God.
them to do the same for Mexico. It's like that gives us a lot of hope that if he did that there, maybe he'll come to Mexico and fix us, because it's not fix us, but help us with that, because we can get rid of her.
I got it. The people might say, why aren't they looking into Mexico? Well, I think they probably are looking into the situation that you are talking about right now. They got to be looking into it. I can't see how they're not. But
Yeah.
do the Mexican people say, "Oh man, we're next over here"? For the ones that,
Some, but not in a scared way. They're like, yeah, but she better watch out because she's next. Like,
oh, okay,
yeah.
got it. Yeah,
Uh, a lot of people, not all of them, but yeah, some are of, especially the ones from the left that are actually benefiting from all these changes that she's done.
yeah,
They are against what happened, and they are being very vocal. But especially in the form that they did it, because I understand national, like, international laws were broken there and things like that. Not laws. I don't know how that works. I'm not very good at politics and things like that.
yeah.
But I do think he had, like, no one was gonna do anything. Like, they were vocal about Maduro for a while, and no one's been doing anything. So I think he did the right call, in my opinion. I'm not
Okay.
very fond of Trump, to be honest, but
Yeah, no.
I think he did a good thing there. So
I, I say it all the time. You don't have to like the guy or whoever's in power anywhere, but if you find something that makes life better for some, and maybe you say, okay, that was a good move. Maybe all the other things, you might disagree with 8 out of the 10 things that an individual is for, and then he or she pulls off this one thing to make life better for others, and you say, okay, that was a great move, but you're not going to take away the fact that you're not going to change your mind on the other things that you disagree with. And that's
yeah,
what's great. That's what's great about us. We can think this way, we can feel this way, we can vocalize this way.
yeah, and I've never thought that I was gonna agree with him in any way, shape, or form. And now I'm like, okay, like he has a point. I like that. Hopefully he look into that. I don't know how, like, because the Mexican cartels are very, very powerful. So I don't know, like, the
Yeah,
extent how, like, they're threatening people, families. Like, they don't care. They just kill everyone.
yeah, they don't care.
So yeah, they don't care, and they only care about the money. So I don't know how deep into the system they are right now in Mexico. So maybe that's why Trump's being more careful with the Mexican narco, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Hopefully
All
he'll do
right.
something. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, listen, Jimena, it was great having you on.
Thank you.
If we have further situations, I would love to have you on again to talk about developments and stuff like that. And if things start to happen by you, I would also love to have you back on for that. I know
Sure.
that you might be hesitant to go all out on your channel, and I do understand why. I do. I understand why now. After you explaining all this stuff, I can understand being a little hesitant to go all out. Remember, you're a young woman. You got children. You're in the middle of life.
Yeah.
You're not an elder, so you can't. You got to kind of be a little reserved, right, when you do
Yeah.
your online stuff.
Especially if it's Facebook or things like that, I don't care. I can post whatever. But
Yeah.
if it's like YouTube and it's going to be more public, because it's like, yeah, that's where I'm a little bit cautious. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're
But
gonna
with
have to
you,
get.
I wouldn't mind like this. Like, it's fine.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why you're on my channel here, and it's a little bit different, isn't it? Isn't it amazing though how we have two worlds apart right now having this conversation? It's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, and thank you. This is the first time we are actually talking on
I
camera. Well,
know.
I'm not on camera, but thank you
I
for
know.
this.
I know. All right, Jimena. Thank you for joining us. We wish you well over here. Okay.
Thank you. Me too. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Wow, that was a real eye opener for me. That was something for me, guys. I don't know how I came across Jimena on YouTube, but I'm so glad that I did. And she's really interesting. I mean, really, what a story. What a situation they go through. We take for granted, ladies and gentlemen, the freedoms that we do have here. Don't take it for granted, right? Because Venezuela went through a lot of changes over the years, Polak. They went through a lot of changes. I told you guys, my mother went there on vacation when I was a young kid. I remember my mother going. And then it all changed. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was great. I feel bad. It bothers me a little bit. It bothers me a lot of bit that unfortunately Jimena cannot express. But maybe she doesn't even have the desire to do that, because once you go down that road on your social media platforms, you kind of lock yourself in. It may be better that Jimena does not speak about this stuff, quite honestly. So very interesting conversation with Jimena this morning. She's wonderful. She's a great kid. Jimena's a great kid. Love your accent, she said. That's great. I was in Venezuela many years ago. Beautiful, yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, well, that's his way. That's his way, Patty. It's his way, Patty. Yeah, of course, everybody can agree to disagree. Come in again. I wouldn't need to give my social media 5 years. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this from Rebecca. Coming into Canada, I would need to give my social media and 5 years of emails. Wow. Yes. Yes. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable what I'm hearing right now. Bill C speaking in Spanish. We have no idea what Bill C is saying, but Jimena does. And anybody that speaks and reads Spanish can understand what Bill C is doing right now. Unbelievable. All right, listen, guys. This is unreal. I want to go to America right now because I feel it's an invasion of my privacy. I can't believe what I'm reading this morning, guys. I can't believe. Oh, he's sending you blessings and wishing you safe. All right. Rebecca, is that for everyone? You guys have got me bugging out today. Absolutely intelligent, yes. Yeah, Patty, let him do it. A lot, yeah. Martha, right? A large group of Venezuelan people are dancing in the street in Miami. Coming from Canada, it's very difficult. Oh, God almighty. I didn't know all this stuff. You see? The stuff I didn't learn in school that I'm learning right now. Jimena, coming up, some great conversation with Jimena. Wow. I can't even script this. This what we did right now. I can't even script a show like this. Script. It's not even possible. It's not even possible. Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Don't you guys leave the social club. Don't ever leave here. You found a good spot here, guys. Listen, I'm going to show something right now. We need prayers. Jimena needs prayers. I'm going to show you a couple of 3 things right here. Let's come into my Sunday Mass, okay? Let's get some prayers going for Jimena and those that need them. Come into my church right now. Okay, so I took you into my church. Let's get some church bells going for people that need it. This is my life. I am here. I live this life, and here we go. Here are some church bells for all that need to hear it. in the middle of the city of Newark. In the middle of the city of Newark, you hear church bells, you hear sirens, you hear life, you hear thing. No, they do not. This is correct, Rebecca. They do not show this stuff on our news. That is correct. Now, maybe if you watch international news, we might see it. No, we don't see any of this. We need those church bells after that conversation. I mean, this is true. The Sunday morning smell of meatballs frying. Beautiful. Polak, stata bon. Be well. Yes. So I wanted to bring you into my church. That's it. Maybe world news, possibly, Rebecca, but otherwise we would have no idea what's going on. If Jimena did not come up right now and explain that to us, I would have no idea what's going on in Mexico. I would not. Listen, I work with Mexican people every day. I work with Colombians every day, Venezuela, Ecuador, Dominica, everywhere. I work with people every day from all of these places. It's unbelievable. It's really interesting. All right, listen, I think we're going to wrap it up. This was I had a great time today. I want to wish Jimena some prayers, love, and support out there. We want her to be at ease. We want Jimena to be at ease, Polak. Okay, Bill C? Yeah. There you go. You get all your news from YouTube. Okay, that's good too, though. No, we don't. Very unfortunate, Rebecca. We don't get this news. Yeah, we want you to be comfortable. I don't want you to be on edge. But you can't change it. There's nothing we can do about it. So you work the parameters and you do what you gotta. I'm glad you came back too. Patty, did you see me and Jimena talking? Did you see the whole conversation or no, Patty? Yeah. I had some other bullet points, but I felt that conversation was more important than anything that I felt the conversation with Jimena was more important than any content that I could put up, than any topic that I could come up with. At this time in life, her coming up just fit right into what's going on in our world right now. Yes. Yes. You just have to know where to look, right, Zelda? Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Yes. The last part, she was genuine. She's amazing. And I don't know how we found each other, and I'm happy that we did. I mean, it's just good people finding good people somehow, some way. You love politics, and I don't. Okay, Octavia Grace, we'll talk to you later. Yes, and that's the whole thing. I get it. All right, listen. Billy Joel came back. I'm going to end the show here. I don't want to, but we're 2 hours into this now. This is the fourth consecutive coffee talk for 2026. It is ending right now. Thank you for stopping by, having coffee with me. Thank you for Jimena for coming up. This was incredible. Incredible. I want you to have a blessed Sunday. It's 1/4/2026. Listen to me. Unfortunately, I'm going out with this song right here with Sarah Collins, My Life, and I think it fits. I think this song fits into what we were talking about today. Yeah, listen, Toro, I could not end it. I mean, I had a great conversation with Jimena. Again, I'm going to say, don't know how we found each other, but very glad that we did. As I am glad to find all of you guys wherever we did find each other. I don't know. This is my life. See, Billy Joel came back last night after being ill, and he went and did a 2-song set. We Didn't Start the Fire and Big Shot. He was watching a cover band of his music and went up on stage and did a 2-song set. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. All right, listen, we're going to end it. My life. Unfortunately, some people out there cannot say, go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. Some people live under communist rule. Some people live under a dictatorship, and they cannot say to the powers that be, go ahead with your own life, leave me alone, because they are controlling your life. And that's the problem. Yes. Wonderful. These are the comments that we live for, that we do this for. Guys, let's let Sarah Collins take us out. She's doing My Life. Billy Joel, Tommy Stigs, wishing you all well. Ciao. 4. Enjoy the music on the way out. Sarah, take us.
Got a call from an old friend, we used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives them a stand-up routine in L.A. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. They will tell you you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Then they'll tell you you can't sleep with somebody else. Oh, but sooner or later you sleep in your own space. Either way, it's okay, you wake up with yourself. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. I don't care what you say anymore, this isn't my life. Go ahead with